Morning, family. So glad to see you and be with you today. Today we have something special for you on the Servant Leadership Show. You know what we're about. You know we spell leadership S-E-R-V-A-N-T. Again, we spell leadership S-E-R-V-A-N-T. It's all about servant leadership, and we know that Jesus Christ put out there the charge in Matthew 20 verses 25 to 27 that if you want to be great, you must be a servant. And so we know we're about servant leadership, and today we've come across another awesome servant leader in Mr. Sylvester McIntosh. He has an awesome resume and awesome story, and today we're going to dig into it. And servant leaders, today you're going to get something from really a war hero. And I pray that it really bless you in a major way. We're going to unpack his story in pieces, and we're going to ask some really deep questions. And I pray that you really get blessed by some deep insights, transparent insights, that none of us are perfect, but to know that God is moving at all times and using us in a major, mighty way. And we might be able to glean a tactic, a technique, a process, a biblical principle that could bless you in your season of now. And so with that, let's kick it off. Again, I want to just bring on, we've got Mr. Sylvester McIntosh here. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing very well.
Okay, well, awesome stuff. So we will dig into this thing. The big thing is that as we explore his journey, right, as being a young man who entered the Marine Corps, and also was involved in the Vietnam campaign. I just wanted to state this so everybody doesn't miss it. He is a recipient of the Silver Star and also the Purple Heart. And we'll break it down for those who might not be military. We'll also break down what that means. But it's significant that this man has demonstrated heroism and made significant sacrifices and has overcome injury in a major way through those sacrifices. And so we honor you in a major way. I just want to say thank you again on behalf of my generation and myself. I'm blown away that I've had the opportunity to meet you. All right, so with that, I want to start off with the central question. This is going to be the central question for our whole dialogue, and it's basically, what can today's servant leaders learn from a man who spent a lifetime serving others? And we'll start with the first question, because you heard he's done a lot, but we're going to do this in parts, and so we can distill it. Before we talk about Vietnam and the Silver Star and the Purple Heart, who is Sylvester McIntosh?
Well, Southern-born young man.
Come on.
I was born in the South, in the area, a little place called Walmasha, right outside of Vero Beach, Florida. Walmasha, you spell it backwards, is Oshawa, where black Indians live. That area, growing up with farming, a lot of migrants came through. My father came over from the Bahamas in the Fort Lauderdale, and he met my mother there. They were not married when I was born. There's a story I'm writing in the book, The Bastard Child, they say quick thinking. But during those particular years, blacks was not allowed to go to the hospital. And the midwife brought us into the world. So I want to show you something. Don't let nobody tell you who you are.
Don't let nobody tell you who you are.
You have to know who you are. And it comes through knowing yourself and having a relationship with Christ. I was brought up in the church at an early age. And my people instilled in me, I had to go. Once you got a foundation of knowing who Christ is, then you can know who you are.
Awesome stuff. So identity is something important. Go ahead.
Yeah. As a servant leader, I grew up, as I stated, I grew up in the church, and I did not sit with my peers. I sit with older men.
Come on, there was an old soul. All right.
My deacons and the pastor, the because I always wanted to know. My peers couldn't teach me anything, only got me into trouble. So I sit around older men to learn from them. And in the little town that I live in, it was about 1,500 people. The little black servers, I laugh at people because in our town we had a movie theater.
Okay.
We had 2 taxi stands.
2 taxi stands, y'all.
We had 7, as you all would call bars. Now they were juke joints back then.
Juke joints. Okay. Now, what time period was this?
It's in the 50s.
In the 50s.
And 60s. We had about 13 churches, some with little storefronts, such as that. When our little theater ran out, we had to go walk or catch the taxi, go 7 miles, a place called Gifford, Florida, another black area. But we had to pass through a little place called Winter Beach.
Okay.
Winter Beach was a Ku Klux Klan area.
All right, now say again. I want to make sure people don't miss this. Okay, so you got the Ku Klux Klan that you guys had firsthand experience
We
with.
walked from Mombasa to Gifford 7 miles.
You had to walk 7 miles.
Yes, or you paid the taxi fare, but kids didn't want to pay
Paid the taxi,
they
okay.
walked. So as we were walking through Winter Beach, a lot of times the Klan are having their rally right out front next to the railroad track that we walked to get to Gifford. Sometimes they would shoot at us. Oh, it is scary. And there was a sign on the depot there said, "Read, nigga, run. If you can't read, run anyhow." And they would shoot us when we would pick up.
Now, I have to pause there because I just think this is a big part we don't miss in history, because sometimes we kind of try to skip through this, but this is a real experience. This is in our United States of America.
This is United States.
And you were young in having to walk across that 7 mile period, but often had to see firsthand Ku Klux Klan
Oh yeah,
marches and protests.
Protests, they having their rally, burning their crosses, but we wasn't scared.
Okay, that might have given me a little bit of a shake as a you're better than me now.
I came from a very mean family.
Okay.
So I was not afraid. One of the things that even black America, we always talk about everybody else's prejudice. But I grew up in the area where my father came from the Bahamas to work the fields here because the men had gone to war, American men had gone to war.
Okay.
So there was such thing called contract with America, where they brought men from the Caribbean islands and all. My dad came over, we met my mom. That was a no-no with black American men. So you come over here to take our women, and at that, the children, the Indian children, was actually, how would I say it, was not like. I used to fight every day in school because I was a little Nassau. They did not know we were Bahamians. Or they knew about the Providence, which was our county. So
they moved everybody.
It was just the N-word, Nassau, as the word nigger. Okay? Disliked by American blacks. I was disliked by the Klan, all the whites, the whole area. I was a nigger to them. I would go to the Bahamas in the summer to spend with my grandmother. And the Bahamians didn't like me because I was an old American. Okay? So when you learn who you are, my father set me down and taught me that very early. Don't let nobody tell you who you are. Know who you are. And I never had a prejudice on me. And going through all this, I used to laugh at it. I know who I am. When you're a servant leader, and I did not follow the crowd when I was growing up, if I wasn't leading it, I wasn't a part of it.
All right, come on, a leader from a very young age.
Young age, yes, because I sit with the older men and they taught me you don't get in trouble because you're following a crowd. If you're getting into trouble, it's because something you did, and when you get caught, you have to bear the consequences.
Wow. Let me pause here because there's something real key. First of all, the benefit of being open to get wisdom. He demonstrated it at a very, very early age. And then also the other element too of making sure that when you make a decision to be aware of who you are hanging out around. And so that's a great time to make sure it's not lost. Also for our youth who are listening, let's be careful who we hang around, because that can indicate where we end up. But decide, have intentionality as a servant leader, as Mr. MacIntosh is saying. Go ahead.
I was a great football player.
Okay, football. Okay.
Yeah, I played both ways. Okay.
Both ways. Okay.
I played guard on offense, wherever they needed me. I could play running back. I could play wide receiver. On defense, I could play linebacker.
You were talented.
Nose guard, yes. But I was light. I was only weighing 155 pounds.
Okay.
I would get in front of a man weighing 250 pounds. And I would get in his head. I say, you know your mother wear gasoline draws. Now this, back in the day, you talk about a man's mother. You know he was mad. But I had got in his head already. But I was so quick. When he reached for me, I was gone. I've gotten through to him sometimes as he's hiking the ball. I pulled the ball out of the quarterback's hand. They outlawed what's called the submarine, where you go between a man's legs. There was a reason. I'm 250 pound man, and I'm only weighing 50. He could actually crush my head. But I was so fast it never could touch me. Yeah.
Come on, young David. You handle those Goliaths, by those linemen. You handled them.
Yeah. And I was able sometimes to snatch the ball out of the hand and run back for a touchdown.
Wow.
Yeah, just that quick.
But athletic. You were talented.
Yes, I was
physically.
talented. I had the opportunity my senior year to go to Florida and on a scholarship.
Okay.
But I had put in my head, I'm not ready. I was the only child. My mother's the only child. My father had other children. But I saw something. I'm not going to spend my parents' money. Most kids go off to college, they go to party. Well, I came up with a range of 12 years outside. First drink I ever taken off the refrigeration door of my dad, being curious. Okay. And my parents knew what I had done because they heard me drop the cap on the floor. And they waited a few minutes until I was drunk as disgusting. And because I got drunk, my father thought so this was teaching a lesson. But I liked the taste of the alcohol.
Okay.
So I had cousins that was 2 or 3 years old, and I always worked. I started working. My dad didn't give me anything. He made me work for him. So I started working at the age of 5. Okay, and after school on the weekend. And so I always had money in the pocket. So I had older cousins, and we would go to the movie and all, and they wanted to drink Mad Dog back in the
Okay, Mad Dog. All right now.
Morgan Davis. And my cousin would come say, hey man, I'm out of money. You got it? I said, sure. What do you want it for? He said, I want a pint of Mad Dog, which was 50 cents. And I said, no, I'm not going to give you my money unless you get a couple
You gotta get some, right.
Yeah. So I would give him $2. He'd get his 2 pints, get 2. We sit up the movie and drink the Mad Dog. So on June the 8th, 1965, my graduation, okay, I went to my mother and I told her, I said, listen, I'm not going to college. She got very angry with me. She said, I have money for you to go to college. You turned down a scholarship See, Mom, my head is not in the place it should be. I'm not wasting your money like my buddies. My buddies went off to college, to the Lucian Community College in Daytona. And I laughed at them. I said, next year, this time, you guys will be in the military just like us. Not knowing the draft was coming. Okay?
Not knowing
The draft was coming. So I went to the board, took my physical and all. There was a big sergeant there, man. He had muscles everywhere. And he looked at me and said, I got your record. I said, what record? He said, you can do 100 sit-ups. You can do 100 push-ups. You can do 100 sit-ups. He said, I'm going to have you jumping out of an airplane that would have been in Georgia. I said, no way. I'm not jumping out of perfectly good airplane. All right.
So that wasn't for you. You didn't want to jump out.
No.
82nd was okay. All right. You don't want to be airborne. They weren't going to get you.
I didn't get you. What sold me was the Marine Corps dress boots.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
They were looking sharp. All right. Look.
They were sharp. So one of my cousins had waited. He was a couple of years older, but he waited a year for me. He said, I tell you what we do. Let's go to West Palm Beach because we didn't have a recruiting station. I drove 68 miles because now I'm thinking about what the sergeant told me he was going to have me in Fort Benning, Georgia, September the 1st. And so this is August. So my girlfriend, which is my wife, 59 years.
Hold on. Let's put a spot right there. So you met your wife in
high school. We had dated 4 years in high school before we married.
Wow. 59 years
of marriage. We've been together 63 years.
Wow. Yeah. Y'all see that, y'all? Now please look. This is a model right here. Marriage can work if you work it.
If you work it.
If you work it. Come on.
So we went to be recruited. Buddy on one side, a cousin, wife on the other, girlfriend, and I'm in the middle. So when they come down to ask him, how many years you want to sign up? My buddy said 4. My wife said 2. I took 3.
Okay, so look, you tried to compromise. Yeah. All right, a little bit in the middle.
September the 1st, I was landing on Paris Island.
Wow.
Went through our training there. By December, I completed boot training. They cut it from 12 weeks to 8 weeks. Across Vietnam, I just started.
So it started heating up. They were trying to get more guys up and out.
I got in September. By October, the campaign had started in Vietnam. So they started drafting.
So you came right before the draft?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. In October, they started drafting. And so then, Waiting Boot Camp PI, I went to infantry training and Camp Lucian and did my time there. So I wasn't sent automatically to Vietnam. They were using guys that were drafted sent out with them. The Marine Corps had not had a first military police battalion since Korea. So they started it up. I went to Camp California.
Okay.
Trained there from January to May.
Okay.
May 8th, they boarded us on the USS Upshur, which was a civilian and officer ship carrying military people in their lives.
Okay.
To Vietnam.
So military and your wife, your spouse would come on the ship?
Yes. The officer would drop their spouses off in Okinawa.
Okay.
They didn't come in the Vietnam. From there, I reached Vietnam on May the 8th.
On May the 8th.
Yes.
Okay.
That year. And we policed the Danang area.
Danang.
Night.
Okay. Now let me pause for one moment here because I want to make sure to get this. What was it like? Because there's a transformation that goes on. You hit it on. You hit Paris Island. There's a transformation that goes on over that Marine training. Talk about what was it like now when you finished that training, boot camp?
Well,
How did you feel
when we finished boot camp, we're already, I told you I was mean already. When we got to Camp Lejeune for our infantry training, they dogged you. Okay?
They dogged you.
Yes, sir.
Now, break out dog for those who aren't military. They don't understand that.
In other words, they put a lot of pressure on.
A lot of pressure.
I had a drill instructor, barely 5 foot tall.
Okay.
He was a mean little fellow. With 50 pounds pack on him, he forced marched him. And the biggest of guys we had long leg could not walk the little fellow. And he put pressure, and I see guys fall out. I said, this little fellow might run out and walk with me. So I stuck with him, but a lot of guys could not. While you out there training them, you get meaner and meaner because you were dirty, you haven't eaten. We came in from the field, and that morning the crew that fixed the mess hall, they were in, we marched to them. Hit them with our rifle butts.
March through them.
Through them, they lined up. Normally they want you to wait till they march through them, lock some of them out, everything. Get to the mess hall. I'm on the front of the mess hall. And we're hungry. We've been out in the field 2 or 3 days. The guy put a little cap of food on. I say, man, this is no good. Put more on there. My corporal told me not to do this. I wouldn't move, so now you got 200 guys behind you. Hey, what's going on? Why we're in? I said, so my corporal comes. His corporal comes. I said, what's going on, Mac? I said, look at the little food they're giving them. A child could eat bigger, more food than that. So my corporal put more food in his corporal, said no. Well, now I'm getting angry. So you know the 10 tray. I bust the private in front of me, bust him in the head with the tray. Now my guy's coming through the window. We beat up everybody in the mess hall.
I tell you, I'm missing all the action. I need to trade my unit in for his. I need to get some action.
So when we come back and they sent us to Pendleton and all, now we are trained. Once we get to training, we have to train the officers and the units that's going overseas.
Oh, so you guys had a training mission. Okay.
Our training mission was to break you, that you would not give away your cool if you got captured in Vietnam.
Oh, wow.
I remember a lieutenant I put in ammo box.
Okay.
And you got holes in the ammo box. We put sand in on top of it. We put water in on top of it. We beat that ammo box with the butt of the rocket to see if we could break part of the trade. Brought him out. We took it to a water trough. Oh yeah, I was mean. I stuck his head down in the water trough and held it.
Held it. Okay. All right. Look, come on. Oh, we can get some real.
When the lieutenant come out of that, he said, if I see you anywhere in Vietnam, and I'm gonna kill you. So I never saw him. But anyway, when I got to Vietnam, oh yeah, I left after 2.5. I went to 1st Battalion, 93, to walk in at Hill 55. There, second night there on patrol. Here I'm a young buck, you know, soldier guy, the old cow, didn't want to hear what you had to say. I said, listen, I hear footsteps off in the distance. I had rabbit ears. In my ears, I could hear a rat kill cotton. That's just how good they were then.
Yeah.
I'm wearing 2 hearing aids now.
All right. But look, you're here though. We'll take
So I send a message up to the captain. Listen, I hear footsteps in the distance. Word come out, shut up, dude. You just got here your first night. So
because you're young, enlisted,
right.
And then leadership is trying to figure out, can we trust
Right.
your insight?
So Lieutenant falls back in the back of the company. And man, so he said, young man, what this you? I said, I hear footsteps off of this. He said, I don't hear anything. I said, let the company keep moving. So they did. He and I stood. All of a sudden he said, I'm a darn, I hear them too. He went back up front. We made a turn to the east, which made the Vietcong.
They were your flank, okay.
They were to our flank. We turned to the east and started firing. We killed 200 Vietcong. From that day on, you know who was born man. That's right.
You're the man. Hold on, let's make sure about that.
After that, I saved the company. I don't know how many.
Well, let's pause right there because that's a big thing. I mean, that's really because you were about to be probably ambushed
Yes.
by those 200.
Yes.
If you hadn't been able to kind of react.
But it had to be God. I was a backslid little preacher at 16. So it was God who called. The thing about it, my hair was standing on my head when I was in there. And I was really into the company. We were headed in the ambush, searching the truck, coming back into the company, seeing the fire. What's going on, Mac? I said, we're going to get ambushed when we get back to the fire. I said, instead of being in single file, sir, we need to break it in 2 files.
Wow. Now let me pause here for a minute. This last week, we were drilling with my unit out in the field, and we were going over the hand. And you're talking about single file,
Right.
double file,
That is.
and not halt versus
Halt.
stop.
Yeah.
Right? Come on. Look, guys, I
it
want you to know
wasn't
this.
it wasn't the power of the people.
It wasn't power of the people, right?
It was halt.
Freeze where you
Yeah.
are.
So
Okay.
we break it down in 2 single file. We only moved about 100 yards.
I know. Hold on. Before we get here, 'cause I just want to go back to something real quick. When you were in, was that your first firefight? When you had heard those in Vietnam? What was your first firefight?
That night where I told you we turned
And did the two.
and did the maneuver.
Now let's talk about what was that moment from going to where training, you had practiced probably at the range, and the bullets never came back.
Right.
To now you're sending them with intent. What was that transition
Well,
like?
really, it hadn't hit yet. I'll tell you when it hit. We decided that we're moving out of the name of Dubai. And you're on the back of 4x4s,
Okay.
and you're going through the city. GI, number one.
Now 4x4 Jeeps. What kind of vehicles were you?
On 4x4.
4x4.
Trucks.
Okay, trucks. Okay, trucks. Okay.
Here these South Vietnamese kids going to college. I'm 18, I should be in college. We're over there fighting a war that we should have never been in. But anyway, make it long. GI number one. You were fine if you were number one. You hear him say, GI number 10,000. That means they hated your guys.
They hated your guys.
So I'm going through on the back of the truck, lining up. I say, why were these guys going to college if we that first firefight didn't mean it hadn't sunk in. So when we get to Dubai and we get engaged and you see your legs going, his arm and his face is missing. Comes to you. See the kill, be killed. And that adrenaline kicks in. And that meanness that was in you start coming out. And so then it's now.
That's
Hey,
what it took to see the effect of receiving contact. And that was the moment for you, kind of like,
Yes.
now I'm really in battle. I'm soldiering.
Yes. Before I'm going through the city, no bullets or anything of this nature, no more than that one night. But now I'm in combat. I'm in the jungle.
Let me ask you this, because you said something that's so big. You were fighting a battle that maybe you didn't belong in. What would be your message to sometimes soldiers that we don't understand the why, and how did you maneuver through that in a way?
When I say that our country should have never been here, French had to come out of there, and why would we go? Our government get us into a lot of stuff. Those that are in Washington, we are seeing now today whoever is in charge. I want to take you from scripture to this.
Okay, come on, walk it now.
Now, we follow our government. But in the book of Daniel, you see Darius, which is the king. So he's part of the government. There was one by the name of Daniel who was captured, but he trusted in his God. Okay? Darius now had promoted Daniel. He was one of the three that had to give an account to his king. Okay? He was set up over the government. But out of all these, Darius trusted Daniel more than all. So the presidents and the princes and the council and all, they didn't like Daniel because he prayed 3 times a day. So they went to the king and they asked the king, said, "King, you know if we make a decree, you cannot change it." He said, "Yeah, he's the governor, he's the king. So we want you to make a decree that we want to make a statute. And no man or any god will bow down only unto you for 30 days. Well, Daniel heard this. Daniel still prayed 3 times a day.
Still.
So now, Darius make a decree, sign in signet with the ring and all after signing it. That means he cannot change whatever he had decreed. That's it. So after making the statue for him and all, they went back to the king. The king, didn't we say that nobody could bow down for the next 30 days? There's one by the name of that he's still praying. It disturbed the king because now he knew what he had been tricked into. But it didn't bother Daniel. Daniel still was going to pray to his God. So even today, as leaders, regardless of what our government put us in, if we trust in God, God will lead us as servant leaders to make sure. Why I was so mean in Vietnam, people thought it was about me. But I had prayed and asked God, if I lose a man under my leadership, I will lose my life. 12 months, 2 weeks, I did not lose a man in about 10 different skirmishes that I was in.
So 10 different skirmishes. You even named the name that you were counting, you were keeping tab of every day. This was a fervent prayer.
Yeah.
That you were in supplication, asking for God to cover all of your men.
Now I'm a backslidden preacher.
Okay.
Because I was drinking a gallon of liquor a day, smoking full fledged. But God said He's married to the backslider. Once you get to know God, God has His hand.
And nothing can separate you from His love.
Nothing.
He was always with you.
But He was always with me. When others were sleeping and all, and my mind was still going, God, please, I do not want it. That was the reason when I jumped on the 3 different grenades, 3 different days.
Well, I want to get what, guys, this is really great stuff. I hope you're getting all the goods that are coming out of this here interview. So you got to that first, so now we talked about, we got past that first contact. We see kind of that, now you see your battle buddies that are maimed or injured, right? And it changes you, right, as you can maneuver through. And for soldiers who are out there right now and in it and seeing it and dealing with it, you guys can identify with the realness of
God.
Trust in God.
Thing. okay, you're not doing it on, you want to be the big bad man. No, trusting God. So we're doing a sweep at the place called Streets Without Joy. The French had been
Streets Without Joy. Okay.
and the writer, French writer who had hit the story, was now back there with us.
Okay.
We were doing the sweep, half a month or two was on one side of this creek. I was on the other side. And my buddy, which is the platoon leader at that time, I was squad leader, crossed the bridge to come over. He stepped on the foot. So immediately, I'm going to take off to go see about him. I stepped on the bouncing Betty.
Okay, so now he was in front of you.
Yes.
Okay.
I was bringing my sweep up, but they were ahead of me. When he come and get his foot on, and I hear crack. And everybody here about Betty step on.
That bounce.
And now I'm freezing. I can't move because if I do, it kills everybody within 50 yards.
Okay, so y'all, now Becky is not a lady. Okay, everybody just want to make sure everybody, if you're not military, he's not talking about a lady. He's found.
That is a bomb that come up out of the ground.
A bomb that comes out of the ground, and he
And
is stepped on it.
And it would kill everything within 50 meters.
Within 50 meters.
So I'm standing on top of it. Everybody gets back. Please don't move. They gotta go rescue my friend who lost his leg. Matter of fact, I'm standing there and I'm sweating bullets. Engineer, everybody's gone except the engineer. Guy, the Frenchman, they're in a fight just across from him. He gets killed. Second with us. So finally I hear the guy say, what's that about? I said, you the most blessed man I ever seen. Gook forgot to pull the pin out of the bouncing bed. And that's the reason we're here.
Okay. Well, first of all, you're blessed. What was, I have to ask this. Go back there. What was going through your mind standing on the bouncing Betty, not knowing that the pin had not been pulled? What was
Praying to God.
Praying to God.
Praying to God. I don't know what you got in store.
Was it like double praying?
Where
Like,
is my time alive? You know, but I don't want to carry these men with me. I still, my mind was on the guy that were underneath.
Your mind was on the other side.
Right. Even then, after that, I told you about 3 different grades, 3 different nights that I jumped on to save my buddy in the box.
We want to get, I just don't want to miss the gravity of this one over here. Also, what was it like when before you stepped on the bouncing Betty, your battle buddy was, his legs were blown off.
Oh, yeah.
What was it? Was it instantaneous cover?
It was instantaneous.
So you in your mind, you say go to automatically to cover, or what was your?
No, I'm headed to see him in a click. I can't move.
Got it. So you went to go try to tend to your battle buddy, and then you crunch. Then that click thing happens.
That's at
and
the
now
same
you're on it almost the same time.
Same time.
Now was his a bouncing Betty too?
Huh?
Was his a bouncing
No,
Betty?
it was a foot money.
Was a foot
Just took his foot off. One thing the enemy knew, in order to get your squad or your company smaller, is always take 2 Marines or 2 soldiers to take care of the wounded. So they were wound someone just in order for
Bring your account down.
to bring the count down. So now we're at the advantage.
War.
It's war.
That's war. Sorry. So now we're past the bouncing Betty. First of all, praise God that pin was in there.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah.
That now you talk about a praise or hallelujah. I would have been a whole nother.
Yeah, well,
How did it change you though? Kind of in the fight, because now you're in war. You're in contact.
no, it didn't change.
How did you get back into? 'Cause that's trauma.
Yeah,
To know that you for a moment, for a second, you could be gone.
Yeah, but you don't see the trauma then
Okay.
because on adrenaline. Okay. And the next few minutes, you back to drinking and smoking your fifth cigarette. Hey, that's, and maybe you put it in the back of your mind.
Okay, and you said this is key. I want to make sure we don't miss this too. Kind of like, so really kind of what happened was kind of the alcohol and all everything else that was a way though to cope.
Yeah.
With kind of what you had been dealing with.
Why you thought
In contact.
Why did you think so many kids came back on drugs? Opium. I never did drugs, and we were in the opium field. A lot of these guys turned to opium. When the Viet Cong was at the Rock Pile, when they were coming and over the fence at night, they had smoked opium. How would a man with a gun shoot at a tank? They were out of the line so high. And so this is where a lot of hope was through drugs. Okay. When the DAP came and all that, the black brothers brought the DAP in. Okay.
Really okay.
Oh yeah, the hands. You go back now, go on Google and Google where did the DAP come? It came from the black soldiers and Marines in Vietnam. And they, so, matter of fact, when they first started doing it, a lot got court-martialed. They had said, oh, brother, I can take you back to the But I know we're doing this. I want to go ahead and carry you further into it. So now we have gone through the different battles. I'm coming to the end. We're coming into May. I only got 2 weeks left. Now, through all this, the night before I got promoted and got wounded, I had done a search and destroy mission.
So what rank were you right now before you got
Lance
promoted?
Corporal.
Lance Corporal. Okay.
Lance Corporal.
And the experience, all that as a Lance Corporal.
As Lance Corporal, I'm a leader.
Wow.
Because my sergeants and NCOs had been killed.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Sergeants and NCOs have been killed. Wow. And thrown in. I'm just trying to break this down. These are questions of how did you feel prepared for leadership in that when those sergeants?
You automatically take it over. You've already got the experience of what you've gone through. So you just the next man up. Yeah, so you fall in, you know what you got. The colonels here, they knew me in Vietnam. They said you was the meanest, nasty SOB. And I cursed generals. I didn't care. My main thing was getting these men home safe and getting my jail home safe. Okay.
So you were outspoken about your
very
passion.
outspoken, yeah.
And also you weren't ready to just take a order that would put your men in.
No, if it put my men in danger, I would take the consequences. No. The night before I did, we were at the Rock Pile, we call that 17th parallel. Take my men out in the evening about 5 o'clock. Go out about 5 miles. There's nothing but open terrain between the mountains where we are and where I got to go. There's a hedge line there. Starting and I hear gunfire off of the distance. And on my radio I hear, open the gate, open the gate. I'm the last one of my platoon. This is the radio, and they're gonna like not accept him. I know now that the North Vietnamese soldiers are coming my way. So I stretch my men out and say, listen, you know the difference between my 45 and my rifle. When you hear this 45 roar, open up. If not, you stay silent, shut your mouth. But when the enemy is coming through my hedge line, we're watching 200 of them. It's only 15 of us out there. They got water buffalo.
Okay.
Water buffalo.
And we know about the water buffalo. We bring them out in the field, right, to carry all the water.
Okay. Well, not only that, their skin is so tough. Just to shoot it, it may bounce off. So he's protected by the water buffalo. You think I'm gonna open fire on them 200 with only 15 left? So I let them go over the horizon, disappear. I come out of the hedge line, 5 miles of open space. I gotta get back to the house. I'm off the radio for 2 hours. Okay? So
Well, this part, right? Because I love this. First of all, I love this. It's amazing. But this is in battle. I love how you had discernment.
yes,
To know the weight.
yes.
How did you get to a leadership?
This is all
How did you know to do that?
Because I was trained. And you gotta think. You gotta be a thinker. Okay?
It's
So,
not gonna end well right now.
yeah. So anyway, the moon is shining bright. So they would have wiped us out. So now, about halfway in, I get back. Where you been? I said, Captain, listen. Tell him what is that. Well, we're gonna court-martial you in the morning because you could have called in artillery. This kind of stuff. So Captain, you're not out here calling artillery in. And it takes you and the next unit to get to 5 miles. I'm dead, and my men were dead before you ever got there. I said, I gotta think about these guys. I only got 2 weeks left in country, and I'm going home. I have not lost a man. I will not lose. So the guy that said, we need to go to the temple this night. You go to your rack of tent. I go there, Lieutenant Captain. They chill me. We court-martial. It's fine. That's how I saw there. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. So next morning, I get dressed, go to the captain's tent. They chill me out. We're court-martial. Blind. Da 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 da. I hear tears hit. Come around. Major Davis. He said, walks past me. Good morning, Corporal. I looked down at my little rail. I said, where's Corporal? He stopped. He said, damn it, didn't I say Corporal? I said, yes, sir. Not knowing I was being he said, Mac, get out of the tent. This man from the time we're in the name I had saved out. This sire behind the country is very close. All these times, and you're gonna court-martial him? You see, I heard everything last night on the radio. This man is with me. This man didn't want to get his buddies killed. You know how many times he saved us. So now I get slick. To normally any other unit when you got 2 weeks ago they bring the guys going out of the bush. So a young man named Chafin, my first fire chief, said, Chafin, going fine, made it there, we're gonna get out of this. So we find him. He said, Mac, before you open your mouth, I know you want to get out of the field. He said, but this is your last mission. This is your last mission. So when you come back, you want to go in the field. Well, at Camelot, across the creek, right at the 17th area, there was the first village we call what the village was. We never went through that village without getting shot up. Never. So when we crossed, I'm the first, not the platoon first.
But so never went through that village without getting
Shot up.
Okay.
Yeah. So we put 3 tanks there, and we get between the 3 tanks, and we fire in the village. The tanks we went through did not get near around. And the pressure that it puts on you, you can't keep doing it. So when we get to the second village, I stepped
So what does that
aside.
mean, though, the pressure that, so you went through with 3 tanks,
The engagement, you knowing you're gonna get hit because you got hit there many, many times. It put pressure. I've seen guys put pressure to battle that night, and it was just black as could be. And the next morning, Bravo come to head got what? This one young man survived. His hair was not black and it was the pressure and his hair had turned gray overnight.
How do you, just right here, I'm going to just pause. This is in the thick of battle, in the thick of the potential of losing your life, the potential of...
You're not thinking about that.
But how
You
do
are
get to that
focused
kind of
on,
mindset?
you are focused. If you've never been in it, you wouldn't understand.
Oh, I've never been in this.
That's what I'm saying. It's a do or die thing. Okay. Now my mind is focused on what the job is. What am I doing? I need to be focused on making sure my men are set. So when second platoon got into the second, they did the same thing before they got in. When they got in there, the enemy closed them off with the bush, and they're being hit. So I bring my squad in, and I do a reverse forward.
So nobody gets outflanked.
That's right. So now my men, I tell them, you fire back in. Only person going is me in the corner, which is the doctor. We go in. I pick up the first guy and I lean over to pick him up. His jaw, he's alive, but you can look straight through his mouth. Pick him up. Well, I can see the enemy. He's in bamboo. He shoots me because my vest opened up through the chest. I bring this guy out, take him back, and I go back and engage him.
Okay, let's just not make sure nobody misses it. You got shot.
Got shot.
You're picking up a guy whose jaw is blown off. And you can look through his mouth.
Yeah.
While doing that, you take one right there to the
chest. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, look, he's going for the button scene. Let's not miss this.
AK-47.
AK-47 to the chest.
I take him back to the rear. I come back with my rifle. I know the guy's still with me. I kill him. Pick up another guy, Marine. Take him out. Go back for the third time. I'm never even thinking about my wound.
So you're doing this all while I have been shot.
Yeah, and we're still engaged.
Still engaged.
Go back, get the third guy. Now I'm too weak. Not knowing I'm bleeding
while
out.
you're doing that, so you did not know the significance of your wound.
No, didn't want to know it. Didn't want to know. So I go, you know you're trained. You never sit in a mortar boat. Because you don't know what the next mortar is. So I go sit in the mortar boat with real. I'm too weak to do anything. So the corner looking, and they knew I never left my men. I told the next guy, hey, you're in charge. I can't do it. So the corner comes.
So you've done all this. I mean, so you're in the firefight. You get hit. You also have enough intuition that from a leadership side that understand to assess yourself and say,
Yeah.
you're next man up.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Now, all I'm thinking about going on, I hadn't lost the man. I'm sitting out. So the corner said, what are you doing back here? I opened. I never looked down, just opened up. I knew I'd been hit. The corner went to cry. I have skin that during the summer months, from my understanding, you cannot get an IV in my skin that we call an alligator skin. Okay, he couldn't get by it. He started crying because he's a buddy of mine. Okay, he said, do you know how bad you hurt? I said, oh man, I'm fine. I'm going home. He said, you don't know how bad you hurt. I'm laughing, right? I said, man, I'm going back. All of a sudden, I'm calm. And blood shot out of my nose and mouth. Now, I'm frightened.
He said that.
Now,
And arrives.
yeah.
Before it's now, it's here.
They could not get a word out of me.
What was that like seeing your own?
I didn't see my blood. I never looked down.
But then that was strategy. Was that strategy? Kind of like I don't even want to see it.
So when the helicopter's coming up, the first one, top lead, his name is Dennis Lee. He was under me. He was on the PFC at that time, but he stayed on becoming master sergeant. Okay, and we've been friends ever since. He said, well, we put you on the helicopter, we were shooting and never shoot again. 25 years later, when we started this network, by a black, his name is Roger Lake.
Roger Liggins, yeah.
He couldn't be the reunion now because he had skin problems. But Roger's the one who started. 25 years later, when I knew about the Pride Warrior, that's what it's called. I respect the Proud Warrior. And I put my name in there becoming a member. Foreman at work when he was 20 or 60 miles from me. He saw my name and he called me. So she put your address and your telephone. And as soon as I heard his voice, I said, Doc, is this you? He said, yes, Mac, I've been looking for you for 25 years. I said, the same here. I said, where are you at? He said, I'm in Cocoa Beach. He was on me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 68 miles from me. I said, in 1 hour, meet me, and I told him the restaurant to meet me on Cocoa Beach. I went into a quick shower, jumped in my car. 1 hour later, he and my wife were sitting at this restaurant crying and hugging each other. After getting out of the military, I went home. Married my wife. We weren't married, but although we had a child, I married her, got my act together, went back to school, got my 3 degrees, my bachelor's, my master's, and my doctorate. Bachelor's in business, master's in geology, and doctorate. Has worked 3 jobs all my life. Okay, working at the Postal Service, going to school. From there, I'm getting my bachelor's. I went back to school, sent me back to school. Used to drive, but I wouldn't go. When I got my master's, I did it at home. I called up the student on Corey, Florida, and Dr. Daniel, I believe, was the president of the school. I asked him, I said, how fast can I get my master's? He said, how quickly do you learn? I said, as fast as I can. He said, I'm going to send you a lesson every week. I come home from work, go in my closet, up my room. I'll do my homework, send it back. I got my master's in 5 minutes. I put in my mind, I'm not gonna, this is it. You're pastoring, you're working, you're doing all these things, you're taking care of your family. Not only that, I was working in the community in different things. I'm in a meeting one night at a conference. God said, you're going back to school.
Going back to school, boy.
I said, Lord, what do I know about it? He said, you're the smartest person here. As far as ministry is concerned. He said that they think that you're listening because they got their doctorate. Not with this, not with that, and not with. He said, this is why you're going back to school. I worked at the post office and get off, close my office down at 5 o'clock, 5:30. 5 o'clock, my lot would be up. My guys might get home, go into the bathroom, take sponge baths, ride 100 miles, 100 miles, okay, and sit in class from 7 to 11 every night. After getting my doctorate, the president of the school said, listen, we like what we do. We want you to start a school in your area.
Start a school, wow.
I said, no, I don't want to start a school. I said, well, then what I want to do. Now, I had to go to class 2 nights a week. So we want you to come back and teach. I said, I need the experience first. So I taught, drove this 200 miles a night for another year to get the experience teaching. Now they want me to start the school. One of my friends had just started the school in Jacksonville Theological Seminary. So he knew that I had now the experience. Come teach me. And in my ears, I said, sure, I'll teach you. So I taught with him for 7 years. Coming up to the 7th year, 16th, you see, I'm leaving next year. Start my own school. So if God is not telling me to go with me, He told me to stay here. So I became a facilitator, professor for Jacksonville. His last year, I talked to him 1 night a week. So I got the experience. Then he left, started his own school, Trinity something. And I was with Jacksonville for 25 years, pastoring and working, doing all of this.
Well, I tell you, I had to take a moment. I was just trying to. I want to go back to the because we went so fast, and I went awesome accomplishments of what God can do even after this.
Yes.
What was it like to see that in that restaurant?
Oh, it was just like two brothers hadn't seen each other for years. I mean, we cried together. We hugged. And these guys here, the only reason I'm here today is because of them. We know our time. We went from 600 when we first started, and we're down to around 100 members that are now. We're bringing young blood and trying to keep
No one understand. Keep it
yeah,
going. Okay.
because we reactivated our unit back in 2000 something, sent them to Iraq and Afghanistan.
Okay. So they were reactivated.
Yeah. So
Okay. This is the 1st Battalion, 9th
Marines. So they will take over that. These are the things that I've gone through.
That is awesome. Wow. I tell you, I moved in a major way. I'm trying to get my bearings here. But just as we reflect kind of on that, what would you now, having been through all that, and you were wounded, sent back, got the Purple Heart, right? From
50 years getting Silver Star.
So let's talk about that. So you had all that happened to you. How long did it take to be recognized for the commitment that you made?
Well, reunion after reunion, we had talked about it. The guys talked about it. I didn't put in for the same corps. He and Lieutenant Albert Slater were friends. We had talked about it for several years.
Wow.
Every 2 years, so one night he got drunk and called Albert up and said, this is the time we're talking about it.
I heard the talk.
We are putting back in for the Navy Cross.
Wow.
So Albert finally sent it in. He stated that he sent it in at the Navy Cross in now.
And let's talk about what's for everybody who may be not military. What is the Navy Cross?
It is the second highest medal that you can achieve. Medal of Honor, Navy Cross, Silver Star, then Bronze Star.
Okay, so there's a order: Bronze Star, Silver Star, Navy Cross, and Medal of Honor. Wow, I never did that myself. Okay.
So right now, being up here, Victor Diaz, another one that I've been, he put me in from Florida, and a lot of guys was trying to upgrade the Silver Star to the Medal of Honor. And I tell you, out there, during Biden's, we got confirmation back that he had sent it into the Navy to be addressed. Well, Biden went out of office.
So when the new administration comes in, it's like new people.
I don't know. So when Trump came in a year ago, Victor again sent it and Trump. So somewhere in the pipeline within the Navy, whether I get it or don't get it. But anyway, when I put in for my DD 214, I mean 15, because once you get them, you have to submit. They have to change everything. So I wrote on the bottom, why was the Navy Cross promoted to civil staff? I get a letter back from the Navy. You never were put in for the Navy Cross. You was put in for the civil staff. So that is that.
I tell you, Medal of Honor is my book. That's amazing. But it was a saga even to be recognized what you did.
Yes. Black soldiers.
Let's talk about what was just thinking about how at the time did color impact how you were treated in the same uniform.
Well, put it this way. Nothing has changed. Just whitewashing.
So what was over has now been over.
It's like, yes. You see what Trump what's his name? Your Secretary of Defense, Secretary of War. You come in, you change it. You take down the blacks and females in your leadership. What is that? It's nothing but race. What it is, racism. It still exists. They're taking it down, but it exists.
But it's good to be sober and aware and knowing that it's a problem. That's the start of financial.
As a kid, I always knew. When I came out of high school, I wanted to be a highway patrol. A white kid could come out of high school and fly and get a job. As a black child, I had to go to college and get a degree. So these things that we look at, and I tell our young people that being black, we got to do twice as well. Another thing that you don't have to when they changed it, used to be when they said minority, they changed it where it wasn't just black. They put the white women in the minority group. So what happened there? That means they can pick her over you. You could be more qualified because she's white. Things still exist. We just gotta read between the lines, be able to be intellectual. We have to be twice as smart. So these are the things that you're gonna end.
So let's just I want to make sure there was so much in your story, and even I keep rewinding back, but to go back to the 13th of May 1967, what happened? Because also we see that you got shot, you were saved, and also your battle buddy, you came back, put down other enemies. What else was going on? I just want to make sure nothing is missed on that day.
Well, I was the first one to go on helicopter, and they sent me back to the hospital.
Okay.
Don Hahn.
Tell us about the other story of the grenades. You mentioned a couple
3 different
times.
grenades.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Well,
Make sure we really don't get
We're in the Nang area.
Okay,
this
is
probably
different than the day.
August or September.
Okay.
We're on sweeps like we've been doing before. The first night we were on a railroad track, just before dawn. See this guy coming down. Well, you can't recognize him. Halt! Who goes there? got on saying that you hear a thump. The grenade just fell in the hole. So I pushed my buddy back, jumped on the beach and started shooting. It was all good.
So a grenade is thrown. It's a nighttime, daytime.
Yeah.
Nighttime.
Just before the day.
Just before day, so it's like, okay,
Say
sun's coming up.
The sun is coming up.
Okay, but a grenade is thrown, and you're thought to jump on.
We're trained now. Say good day. So just automatically you do it.
Now I've been to a little bit of boot camp. I don't know if it's necessarily in the training. I've been to Marine training.
Marine boot camp
No, man.
is totally different from boot camp.
Okay. Now we gotta let this guy be nice now.
No. My son did 4 years
Okay.
with the Marine. Got out, came to Florida, worked at the prison guard, and every time they gave a raise, his insurance said they had to going back. He went back to the Marine. He's bigger. Marine looked at him and said, you gotta lose 50 pounds. He said, no. He went down the hall and joined him. Did it the next 22 years or better in the Army.
But it's this, but this train,
The training is totally
the
different.
train, so when a
You
grenade
are
comes,
pushed almost out of your mind. In other words, they say you're invisible. You can walk through walls.
invincible. Okay, I got you. I look, okay. So that was part of the training.
That's part of the training.
That's part of the training.
I'm going to tell you about that. I'm going to bring you back. So the next night, we're in a different area. All hell breaks loose. And I hear a thump again in the foxhole. Look back, there's another charge grenade. And jumps on it. Don't go off. Those 5 seconds look like eternity. So that's not bad enough. We're now on another area.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep my fingers up here. It says
On the third
one. Okay.
Okay, same thing happened.
The same thing. We hear a thump.
Another grenade in the hole for me. Young man that was my buddy. He died here last year. Named Ron Benny.
Ron.
Yes. Eugene Oregon. Okay. And everybody has to say, it took you 3 grenades to come to this. Say, that's the way you're trained. That the gentleman said, do it or you're both dead.
Wow. So what is the headspace of, so the training is when that thump comes to jump on it to help save lives?
You're going to either save everybody, it's going to take all of you out.
Or can you grab it and throw it somewhere else at enough time?
From the time he threw it and he pulled it, you only got 5 seconds. But you got time to take it and throw it back. Once in a while you get lucky if it's close enough that you're able to throw
Grab
it
it
back.
out, okay.
But no, once it hit that hole and all that, you don't know how much time it's going.
You said the time went by slow. I mean, what?
Well, in
what's
your mind.
What is in your mind?
It's in your mind. It look like eternity.
Yeah. Like waiting.
After a period of time, you know it don't go over that well.
And so it was 3 times. Was it the same day or 3
3 different days right behind each other.
Right behind each other. Lord, you almost made it the best practice. But you were really blessed in the fact that if those had been,
Oh God.
and those were not duds,
I wouldn't be
any one
here.
of those would have been.
I wouldn't be here today.
And for everybody to know, a grenade could probably, what's the radius for a grenade to
Well, with anything,
leave you fully impaired?
5 or 10 meters.
5 or 10 meters. Wow, that's huge. That's huge. And I'm just adding, I'm adding these to the stories, right? We got the bouncing Betty, which we know is not a fine lady, which we all have learned. Okay, so we got 4 of those, and then you got the ambush save, right, where you were able to knock out the 200 by getting the platoon to pivot. Wow.
Well, I didn't tell you about All these things happen.
They just happen so fast.
Yeah.
Wow. And then in the fight, because these are just things that soldiers deal with. How do you mourn in contact? What is mourning in contact like?
Well, when I had a friend,
They might have been other platoons or other people you knew.
one of my best friends, he was a second. Able to go, I volunteered to go rescue the dead. I looked over, he's coming. Where you going? I'm going with you. I said, no man, both of us got sons just been born and all. Both of us, one of us got to be here to tell the story. So I crossed the machine gun pad. Maybe as he came across the mouse, they blew up, trying to get him. Now I can't worry about the dead because he's bleeding. I want to get back on that path, put him on my chest, get him off. Well, found out 15 minutes later he died. 50 years I searched for his son. Got newspaper reporters in my area that I was befriended. This young lady wrote a newspaper out in Los Angeles, California. This news reporter out there went to the cemetery, and his daughter had wrote a letter on his grave telling who he was and who she was and sent the telephone number back to my report. She gave it to me. I found his son. Yeah. John Avila Jr. We talk to each every Monday.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did you share by this?
She met me at one of the reunions out in San Diego, and I invited them to come and we sit down and talk about her father. I showed her pictures. The young man's father. This was the daughter. We showed the pictures and all of we took pictures together.
And I just applaud you in doing that because that's sometimes a big piece, especially to men's life, understanding who their father was. So that's amazing. That is amazing.
Then I give a picture with his father. We're in it together.
Wow. Well, that blessed them, I'm sure, in a major way. Wow. So as you think about all this, what would be your advice to servant leaders today? Uniform, out of uniform, for
Make sure you know who Jesus is. Knowing who Christ is in your life is the best thing that could ever happen.
The best thing that can ever happen to you is knowing who Jesus is. And so you went and served in the police force. You went and served also as a pastor, also as a teacher. Got higher education elements and a doctorate. I mean, that's amazing. That's amazing. So continuing to serve others, help teach, help spread the gospel. That's
still
amazing.
working with the 19th traditional court system, getting veterans out of jail. Say, you go to jail, I come get you out, put you through our system, 6 months or 12 months or 18
To help expunge, okay.
to expunge your problem when you go through our
Well, that's
system.
awesome. That hopes that I have a 19-year-old nephew trying to get in, and I know the process that could help restart someone's life,
Right, yes.
right, and start them on a whole career path that can not only bless them, but serve their country in a big way. So applaud you in that program. What's the name of that program?
The mentor program.
The mentor program.
Yeah. It started in Rochester, New York. With a black judge who started, I can't remember his name. He got tired of locking up veterans. He started the program. The judge that I served with, white female, she reached out and said, Mac, I want you to go city in the United States.
Well, I just say that's amazing. That's amazing. So so we talk about your major advice, knowing Jesus, and then also
taking care of your buddy.
Taking care of your
even
buddies.
the ones that you don't know, even today, as a mentor, I'm still getting guys that don't even know. Letting them know, hey, you don't have to do it, but you're not alone. You got a problem. Follow our instructions. I'm your buddy. I'm here with you.
That's awesome. And I think at the heart of that's really discipleship.
Yeah.
Right? And that's sharing the gospel, walking with one another. And none of us are perfect, but
I
they help.
If anybody can get saved, if he stayed drinking a gallon of liquor, they smoking full, mean, didn't mind. I used to love to fight better than I love to eat. If you brought food and put it in front of me, and there was a fight going, I kicked the food out and go fight and go back and eat later. Yeah.
Well, I say I'm a sinner too, but we're saved by grace.
That's it.
Right? Saved by grace.
Nobody's above anybody.
Yeah, but I love that you're helping motivate, discharging, and continue to keep doing that. I mean, as we close, I'd say I could go on for longer and longer and longer. But when you think about your legacy today, what do you hope people remember about Sylvester McIntosh?
I just hope they learn that I was a child of God, just passing through this journey with us. Life is a journey. Between the time you're born until your time there's a purpose. Find your purpose. Knowing what God wants you to do. Wow. Once you do that, everything will work itself out.
Everything will work itself out. Well, I'd like to close with this. It's called a rapid fire closing. And gives you an opportunity. I'm going to say a word and you basically define it real quick. Okay, we're going to go through a few of these. Leadership is
leadership, discipleship.
Courage is
being brave.
Service is
giving your all.
Sacrifice,
going beyond.
faith,
In Jesus.
a Marine is
One who is doing a duty for a service many times not appreciated.
America means
The best country in the world.
God has taught me.
To love my neighbor.
The greatest lesson life has taught me is
Keep my eye on the goal. That's to reach heaven.
all right. And the last one, my hope for the next generation is
That they will listen to the Spirit of God. Find Christ. And be led by Him. God bless you. Yes, sir. Oh yeah, I love what I do, and I love meeting people. That's why you made my day. Yes, you are. Don't let anybody tell you that. Okay, you're God's somebody. He made every one of us. He has a job for each of us to do. Many people don't find a purpose. You're doing what you're doing. You're reaching out to others. It's never about me or you. It's about what can we do for God.
I'm excited. We'll put this all together and put it out and share it with your battle buddies. Thank you so much. Let me get a quick
Oh yeah.
all right.
God bless you.
All right.